Thank you very much, Lisa Borders, for those kind words of introduction. I will be very brief. You've heard it all from the two honorees. Two wonderful messages. Two men deserve to be honored. This community, you've been so good to me over the years, and I tried to be very, very good to you. You have been my friends, and I will never, ever forget your help and your support. Thank you for being there many years ago, and thank you for being with me now. Some of you know that I said over and over again, hate is too heavy a burden to bear. Love is a better way. As long as I'm in the Congress, and as long as I dwell on this little piece of real estate that we call Earth, on this little planet, I will continue to stand up and fight against discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. In my younger years, when I had all of my hair and a few pounds lighter, I stood up and fought against discrimination based on race and color. And some people ask me today, why do you take such a hard stand? Why did you get in the way? Why did you stand up on the House floor or in the Democratic caucus and vote and plead with your colleagues? And I want to say it's the right thing to do. So I can say amen tonight to every word that the pastor of Tabernacle said. You know, in my younger life, when I was growing up, I used to preach to chickens. And when I look back on it, Lisa Borders, some of those chickens would bow their heads. Some of those chickens would shake their heads. They never quite said amen. But I'm convinced that some of those chickens that I preached to during the 40s and the 50s tended to listen to me much better than some of my colleagues listen to me today in the Congress. And some of those chickens were just a little more productive. At least they produce eggs. Well, I know tonight that you're not chicken. It is nothing chicken about the Human Rights Campaign. We have an opportunity during this election year to get out there and push and pull and send some of the best men and women that are going to stand up and fight for all of us to the House of Representatives, to the State House. And we have an opportunity to take the White House back and have a friendly president in the White House. I said to you tonight, each and every one of you, I know the night is late, but you must never, ever give up. You must never, ever give in. You must not get lost in a sea of despair. You must keep the faith. You know, I got arrested a few times. 40 times. 40 times. Beaten, left bloody, unconscious during the Freedom Rides 47 years ago. Had a concussion at that bridge in Selma on March 7, 1965. But I didn't give up. I kept the faith. And you must keep the faith and keep your eyes on the prize. The day will come in America. The day will come in America. In our lifetimes, and people will say being gay, being different, loving who you want to love and marrying who you want to marry is all right. It's going to happen. I tell you, I feel so good. I feel so hopeful and so optimistic that when we go to the polls in November, whatever happened, whether it's an African American or whether it's a woman, we're going to have a great jubilee, not on Capitol Hill, all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue, inside of the White House. It's going to happen. America is going to be different. And we're going to lay down the burden of hate. And we're going to say, America, welcome all of her citizens. And all of our citizens will have a place at the table. Don't give up. Don't give up. Help is on the way. I want to close by telling you, some of you may ask, why do I continue to do what I do? I do it because it's a calling. It is a mission. 40 years ago, I lost two individuals that I got to know and love. They were like brothers. Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy. I was with Robert Kennedy when I heard that Dr. King had been assassinated. And I had what I call an executive session with myself. Sometimes we sort of have a conversation with ourselves, but we should never really talk back to ourselves. But I made a decision that I would not become bitter or hostile or hate. That I would do what I can to pick up where Dr. King and Bobby Kennedy left off. And sometimes when I'm sitting on the House floor in a committee meeting, I said to myself, what would Martin Luther King Jr. say or do? What would Robert Kennedy say or do? So I said to each one of you, get out there and push and pull and not give up. When I was growing up outside of Troy, Alabama, about 50 miles from Montgomery, some of you heard me tell this little story. It's a true story. I had an aunt by the name of Seneva. And my Aunt Seneva lived in what we call a shotgun house. She didn't have a green manicured lawn. Some of you don't even know what I'm talking about because you've never seen a shotgun house. I know what I'm talking about because I was born in a shotgun house. A shotgun house, old house, one way in, one way out, in the nonviolent sense. It's like taking a basketball, bouncing it through the front door, and it will go straight out the back door. In the military sense, it's like taking a shotgun and firing the gun through the front door, and the bullets will go straight out the back door. My Aunt Geneva lived in a shotgun house. Had a tin roof. Sometimes when it would rain, she would get a pail, a bucket, or a tub and catch the rainwater. From time to time, she would walk out into the woods and take branches from a dogwood tree and tie these branches together and make a broom, and she called that broom the brush broom. On a Friday or Saturday afternoon, she would sweep this dirt yard very clean, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, because she wanted it to look very good during the weekend. But one Saturday afternoon, a group of my brothers and sisters, a few of my first cousins, about 12 or 15 of us young children were playing in my Aunt Geneva dirt yard. And an unbelievable storm came up. The wind started blowing, the thunder started rolling, the lightning started flashing, and the rain started beating on the tin roof of this old shotgun house. Aunt Geneva was terrified. She started crying. She thought this whole house was going to blow away. She got all of us, the children, together and told us to hold hands. And we did as we were told. The wind continued to blow, the thunder continued to roll, the lightning continued to flash, and the rain continued to beat on the tin roof of this old shotgun house. And we cried and we cried. And when one corner of this old house appeared to be lifted from the foundation, Martin had us to walk to that corner to try to hold the house down with our little bodies. When the other corner appeared to be lifted, she had us to walk to that side. We were little children walking with the wind, but we never, ever left the house. So I said to you, as part of the human rights campaign. The wind may blow, the thunder may roll, and the lightning may flash, and may be on our old house. Call it the house of the human rights campaign. Call it the house of Georgia. Call it a house of New York or California. Call it a house of Chicago, or Buffalo, or Washington, D.C. We all live in the same house. It doesn't matter whether we are black or white or Hispanic or Asian American or Native American. It doesn't matter whether we are gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. We all are one people. We are one family. We all live in the same house. And we must say to America, we all must have a place at the table. And we must not be satisfied until we all have a place at the table. So hang in there. Fight the good fight. Keep the faith and keep your eyes on the prize. Thank you very much.